Welcome along to one of the biggest weekends. The streets of Monte Carlo are... Final checks of it. It's time for one of the most exciting races in the world. This is the Monaco Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go. And we've got an incident here, and that's trouble for the Red Bull. Heading to Saint-Devote. Within a split second, the impact's made, and that won't do their confidence any good. got a yellow flag. Now here's our drivers all trying to take turn 16. And that's the moment the car plows into the wall. And they'll have to pick themselves up after that. Oh dear, a crash! There's been a crash! The team glued to the monitors and watching their hopes crumble away. There's a yellow flag now. Right then, we can take a look now. We're watching the Ferrari. Not for the first time today, the drivers are lined up, awaiting the lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. We've got a yellow flag here. Haas there, taking home the win.
A result like that absolutely speaks to all the hard work they've put into their career. Just phenomenal.
Welcome along. The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with it. The crowd are ready, the cars are ready. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go. Let's have a look at that. Now this was at turn 3. Well, you can see the lockup, and they'll need to be mindful of the effect that that had on the tyres. Now we should be able to take a look here. Nothing wrong so far. And That's the moment they lose it, and ultimately just unable to bring the car under control. And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car. And yeah, a terminal failure. Absolutely gutting. But it looks like they're carrying some kind of fault. Something's happened. Looks like the Alpine. Right, so this was the fourth corner. And you can see how tight it is. Oh, that's quite an impact between them. That will have knocked their confidence. Oh, no. Seems like a terminal failure to me. Not much that they could do. Now, down to the pits. There's been a hold-up. RB takes first place.
There'll be celebrations tonight after a performance like that. They've done themselves and the team proud.
Sometimes I think you should. Welcome and come on in to the home of British Motor. "52 laps around Silverstone await our drivers as the Welcome back. Hold on tight. It's the British Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
Hello everyone, so yeah, as it turns out, I've actually been streaming without any audio. Okay, yeah. That was quite annoying. But I guess we're gonna have to just deal with it. So yeah, sorry, I'm gonna have to like go for a minute, but yeah, hope you've enjoyed the racing so far. And yeah, see you in a few minutes. Okay, what's up? We're back. So yeah, Headley now leads for Van Horn and Sebastian Gabo, who gets up into second place. There we go. So Mercedes in a really good place right now. Van Horn no down to P3. Not the sort of thing you wanted. But he still leads the championship in stands. And for the Constructors battle, RB get a lot of points close in on Red Bull. Yeah, it looks like Van Horn just not having the same pace he's had normally. Soft tyres are doing excellent around here in Silverstone. But like horribly slowed down there, as you can see. He's now going to try and defend from Sergio. He's going to have a little look into Vale's chicane. But Sergio stays behind as they go through Club. Van Horn has made a little bit of progress in catching Ocampo and Headley. Not enough for DRS, but it was just a little bit. As some people say, every little helps. And here we go into the next corner. Van Horn still trying to get ahead of Ocampo. Sergio moves up into 4th place ahead of Vinayak now. Soft tyres are the way to go, and it is very clear. However, the RB that Van Horn has all around him, it is a lot quicker than Ocampo and Headley's car. So that's why he is still fighting them. Because he's got the car. Also got a mechanical fault though. Here we go. On the hanger straight. In towards Stoke corner. There we go. Van Horn on the inside. He gets ahead of Ocampo. He is up into 2nd place. And Headley now continues to lead. However, that lead may not last long. With Van Horn being fired up and ready to race. Vinayak, another bad day. He locked up on turn 16.
Now the action happens as they went into turn 16.
Here we go.
The wheels just lock
And
up there. Now they did
oh,
leave it very late.
that's not good. Not good at all. So as it turns out, what I said about Van Horn just wasn't true because he's not gaining much on Headley. Okay, what in the reverse psychology is this? Sorry, as I tried to say earlier when my mic was off, I've still got like a cold, cough, and sore throat, so sorry. So we go down Wellington Straight. Van Horn getting closer and closer to Thierry Headley. Of course, as every moment of time goes by, the closer and closer Van Horn gets. But still had a little bit of a lock up into the 6.
Brooklands.
Here we go, Versio.
And
Pro try to get ahead of Palomino.
just unable to do much about it.
What the hell was your boy doing? And Van Horn up into first place there. There you go. We got Van Horn leading the race once again, and stands even leading championship by 13 points, which is absolutely massive. Of course, RB would continue to make some gains. However, Red Bull seem to have picked up some more places recently, so your boy's got to do something again. Van Horn gets a mechanical fault. Oh dear. The boy's still not able to get ahead of Versio and Palomino. He's getting up into gear 8, I think, soon. Nope. He's just waiting and waiting patiently. Well, your boy was the better RB for most of the season until out of nowhere Van Horn just picked up that win in Monza. Guess your boy being the better RB driver days are pretty much at an end now. Because Van Horn is the one who seems to be quickest right now. Ocampo dropping down to P5. Ivan Grigorov up into 4th position there. And Ocampo fighting back down the inside there. Incredible move. An incredible opportunity as well. And there we go. Ocampo pushing there into gear 7. He's now through into 4th position. And leaves Grigorov to deal with Olsen. As Olsen fails to get by there, he's still got a chance to get ahead of Grigorov. He's got to take this chance and use it wisely. And when the pits goes Headley and Grigorov, that's good for Olsen, as he's now cleared. Many people coming into pit, so pit lane is getting absolutely raided right now by many drivers. But still to pick up, Headley is the leader of the drivers who have pit so far. Sorry. These guys gotta be careful there. Versio in the pits, Edmondo in the pits, BDS in the pits, Ultra in the pits, wait, Ferrari double stack. Okay. Oh no, what's up with that? The exit for BDS in the pits was horrible. He really got held up, and Ultra there, he's also slow on time due to that. Fong has jumped him as a result. Vinayak, he's just coming to pits there. He's down in last place now. Now Thierry Headley, gotta look at him because he is the leader of the guys who have pit so far. He's now 18 seconds back on Van Horn. I think Headley would lead once Van Horn pits, so I guess they've got to be careful. Now, of course, Van Horn's got plenty of life in his tyres. Olsen's a better, however, also just received a mechanical fault already in a medium severity. Now, there we go, Van Horn diving into pit lane. And he's on the fresh soft, but now gets a mechanical fault. And now Van Horn is 6 seconds off of Thierry Headley. This is very bad for him, and he's having to deal with trying to get ahead of Grigorov at the same time. You have to try and do this move into Stowe, and your boy's on the back of him as well. So that huge gap Van Horn had, well, it's crumbling. Grigorov does not want to cede 5th position. He doesn't need to because he's on fresh tyres. All of this, though, is really good for Sauber, but really bad for RB. As here we are on the Wellington Straight. The RB can't do anything about it again. He's been stuck behind Sauber for ages. He's got to make a move now. He goes to the inside line. That's enough for Gregorov to cut him off. But this time, Gregorov's not enough pace to cut him off. But he's had plenty of speed around the outside. He is through in the first position. Now, where's the yellow flags come from? It's your boys round around turn 15.
Let's take a closer look.
It was still
No, no.
right in the exit. Oh, right off the track there. There you go. DRS adds no slipstream, but a good line. Puts Van Horn up into 5th place finally. And look at that. Straight away, the damage is noticeable because he's rapidly pulling away from that Sauber. And Olsen's just lost a whole lot of time. Palomino now leads this race for Red Bull. Olsen's still yet a pit. He could go on the hards and do a one-stop strategy here. But he's just got a pit now. Or else there's just no way he's getting any good progress. He's not going to win this race if he doesn't pit very soon. And he's still opting to stay out. He's down to 30% on his tyres. His tyres are in puncture region now. And he's staying out again. He is very much risking a puncture. He is just not going to win this thing now. Van Horn's just received a mechanical fault. The Red Bulls are now 1-2. This is disastrous for the RB team. And now Van Horn's finally got Headley. Both of their tyres are absolutely shot. So it's a horrible, horrible strategy down at RB. But Red Bull having the opposite. They have a glorious strategy, which has worked off for them. Now, when are also the tyres going to pop? Because I feel like they are going to pop. And look at that there. He's just getting absolutely scrambled by a whole bunch of drivers. He's still not coming to pits. He finally is. What are his tyres on though? 23%. They are completely gone. I don't know what he's coming in the pits for. I don't know what he was staying up. I don't know why he was staying up so long. Here we go. And it is hard tyres. So he's going to take them to the end of this race. But he's had issues. Issues there at the end of the stop for Olsen. Now, what are Versio and Palomino going to do? They have managed to slip themselves into a 1-2 place right now. Out of nowhere, shall I say. They have got an incredible race going forward for them. They've got to do something with this. They've got to. Palomino pits. Headley pits. So they're going straight for the pit stops. Palomino on the hards. What about Thierry Headley? Well, we'll see. He is currently on the hard tyre. He's getting rid of them. Could he be on the mediums? Yes, he is. There are the mediums already ready for Headley. Here we go up and Stella pitting. Stella's going on the hards. So, sorry, medium man looks of it possibly. No, hards.
Now there's been an issue in the pits.
It's some issue for Silla, as we saw, but yellow flags were just out there. Castro, he's spun on the third corner.
Here we are tackling turn 3. Oh no, that's not how to do it. Not a mistake they'll want to make again.
Yeah, bad mistake there for him. Versio, on the other hand, he's just leading this race, dominating. Van Horn, he doesn't have a pit stop issue. He's getting rid of his softs now. What tyre is he going on to? Let's stop again. No, it's hard. He's playing the same strategy. He's going for the hard tyre. He's down into 11th place. But he's being put right behind some drivers. This is good for him in a way because he can just quickly get himself up into the point-taking positions. Him and Vidayak both sharing similar issues with the car. So, it should make for a pretty equal fight. However, Van Horn, his tyres are a lot better than Headley's. I mean, Vidayak. And how the hell is David Castro how he is right now? Yellow flags are out again.
And now we've had a crash. Right.
Okay, ignore everything there.
We're watching the Ferrari.
Here
pushing
go
a bit
BDS
too hard at
fighting
this
Gorf,
point.
I think.
And there, the cars
Oh.
make contact.
And there we go. And look at some of these tyre lives. 16% on Castro as the end of the pits. I don't know how they did not explode, but that's giving him plenty of time today to go for mediums, which will take him to the end of this race. Excellence 44, he's going to get past Castro, I think. However, his tyres, actually, they're fresh. They're fresh. I was just trying to assume that they were not good. And can he get ahead of Ferrari Vulture? Yes, he can. Williams up into 15th place. Okay, so now we are looking for Taco Van Horn, who is currently 2 seconds, not even 2 seconds, he's just a gap down from Eduardo. He's constantly pulling that in, and Eduardo pits, Sergio's got a mechanical fault, and now Van Horn is free to try and chase after Thierry Headley, try and make up the most of what's just happened this race. Now Palomino, he's on 2 stops now, he's on to 81% of his tyres as well. He is in 4th position as well, and he's got a chance to get in 3rd position as well. This here will be massive for him, as it's going to give him some additional points to try and find first here in this championship. The boy comes into pit lane, Palomino up into 3rd place. He's going to be 2nd in a minute, because your boy is into the pit lane. That's going to give him that free position. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting final set of laps here. Now look at your boy, confident that softs are the way to go. He has extended quite a bit today, so let's just see how it works. Now, BDS also coming in for soft tyres. There go your boys out in P10. His teammates up into P6 right now as Headley overtakes Kari. Kari down the inside at left field, trying to reclaim 4th position. He does so, but Headley has a lot better traction. He has a lot more traction on the exit. He's through a bit of P4 as they head around Woodcote. And there we go. That is the place secured. Now, Versio, he has got a very important choice to make. Now, he comes into pits now. Palomino's on hards. So, he could rival that by going on to mediums. Something like that. Anything, really. There we go. Soft tyres are his answer. He gets out of the pits without any issues there. Palomino's heading around Vale now. Down towards Club. Now, Versio Stu's going to be able to put full throttle. Bontsarov comes in the pits. Akari's in the pits. Now, Palomino, he will take the lead of this race. There we go, you can see him there. But his teammate coming up the hill right behind him. Into P2. Red Bull holding on 1-2. Palomino's gained 7 places this race. Versio's gained 9. Let's just see if it can turn to a 6 and a 10. With Versio being the one ahead. Well, it's possible. And look at this, Versio instantly gouging time out of Palomino. That is without a doubt. Here we go, lap 50, not lap 50, 50 laps to go. Versio's fast lap the race of 129.808. And you can see here, that Red Bull is just trying to make as much progress as he can. He just wants to get the job done now and finish the rest off. Let's just see what happens here. As he head onto Hanger Straight, Palomino, his fault got worse. It is now pretty severe. One more fault and that could easily just be the end of Palomino's race. They're probably going to have to tell him to give Versio the place and just conserve for the rest of this race. Otherwise, there's going to be no way Palomino's going to be surviving with the current rate of how these engine failures have been happening. And there goes Versio. He leads the way now from Nicholas Palomino. That there is a good thing. Now Headley currently holding on to the podium places. Of course, he won last time out in Monaco, so that was not last time out. That was 2 races back, actually. There you go, Palomino. He's not getting time now. He's going to just keep losing time to the end of this race. Horse lap 41, we've started. Headley 5.6 back on Nicholas Palomino. Sergio has gotten ahead of Taco Van Horn with his better tyres, and your boy will soon be doing the same. He's been a bad race for Van Horn. Horse, he had that really good first stint, but then from there just went downhill ever since. Softs were clearly the way to go at this track, and it is very much showing. Van Horn, he'll try his best, but he is just holding everyone up, and he knows that for a fact. So yeah, your boy's gonna have to just get ahead and deal with it. There we go, once again, Van Horn defending. It's clear teamwork is not a thing now at RB. Sorry, the drivers are also focusing on themselves and themselves only. Sorry. See, we have hiccups as well now. There's also a mechanical fault there. I got some of my cough for a bit, sorry. See how quickly Van Horn ahead of Gugorov, ahead of Silla, ahead of Bogsarov. And that is a train that's from 6th down to 10th.
Let's follow the drivers then through turn 16. And there goes the steering. Just unable to control the car by that point.
Okay, here we are, lap 44 out of 52, and I do believe Versio could easily just pit and still win this race. Let's be honest, yes, his tires worn out, but so the drivers behind. He's so far ahead, he can just make a pit stop and still come out ahead and lead. If not, only a few seconds off, you'll get easily in Vidayak out of this race. I just watched the time it happen there. Van Horn now down at 10th. His race has been going really bad. And there we go, Palomino finally loses third position. Headley up into second. That, I guess, helps Red Bull. I mean, RB in a way. Because now they don't have to worry. That team doesn't have to worry anymore. Here we go, your boy trying to get down the inside of Serkiera. It's a nightmare to speak right now, sorry. There you go, on the hanger straight there. Serkiera up into third. He takes third position, he got DRS, and there we go. Your boy should just fly by here. And Headley, 24 seconds back on Versio. Currently Versio making up over a second a lap. There you go, Serkiera's just got a pretty big fault as well. This is good for your boy. He's got a chance to steal the spotlight of his teammate here today. Oh my, I'm very sorry about this. Van Horn, he's now down at a 12th position. Your boy's up into 4th. Fourth is absolutely mental. However, Sergio, he's on the verge of the first podium finish. Here we go, if he can do that, but he's got the charging army behind him. With a Red Bull, and with your boy not having issues with the car, it's going to be pretty easy for your boy. However, now I think of it, tyres coming into factor. Your boy's tyres are going to be very quick by the end of this race. As there's nothing that your boy can do here to try and get this podium. Sergio can try and get P2 still. He is not out the fight of it. However, toward the front end of the field, first Theo, what a drive from him! He pits, pulls it like what, under 5 seconds to sort his teammate, and full on comes home for a 28-second victory from Thierry Edley, and to his own teammate, he's 34 seconds ahead. Overall, that's 38 seconds gained.
And it's a win for the Red Bull.
You can't say they didn't earn it. They put in an amazing performance today.
But yeah, Palomino has just been overtaken by Daniel Bogsarov on Stoke Corner. These two are going to be fighting towards Vale. Now it looks like Bogsarov, he sent it. He goes around the outside to the inside. And the Sauber gets ahead of the Red Bull. And Bogsarov takes 5th place. And yellow flags, they're out. I don't know why. I know I can see it further back. Van Horn! Oh, he's out of fuel! And he's out of the race as well. That day for Van Horn just got completely worked as the day went on. Van Horn there, he'll be lost for words of what's just happened. Can't believe it.
Sometimes I think you just have to accept that it's not going to be your race.
Well, I didn't see that, but Serkira took B2 from Headley and your boy. There was Daniel Bogsar, Victor Palomino, Avigor, Okamo, Akari, Silla, Castro, and Bardell, Axel 4, BDS, Ultra Bro, Lampfog, Eduardo, Olsen, and then we have Van Horn out, same with Vinayak. So, Red Bull Miracle Race, eh? Palomino not having the best final since, but Versio have won the best since I've seen ever. There we go. Driver standings, Versio keeps his lead. Van Horn drops down to P3. Meanwhile, your boy makes some good gains there. Versio now on 3 wins this season. And as for constructors, Red Bull pull out some points from RB. McLaren get ahead of Ferrari as well. I'm sorry, I need to just... Pause. So we're here, Belgium for, I think it'll be the last race today, to be honest.
Belgium in the picturesque province of Liège. Halfway through the season, it's too early to call the championship. Can teams make good before the summer break, or will they be hoping for a reset?
Oh, so here we go. We're gonna just skip straight forward to the race. Okay, here we go. Spa. Who doesn't love Spa? Here we go for the good old qualifying results. Race start grid. Here it is, and it's Van Horn on pole from Blade Dragon Sonic in P2. They've got Nicholas Palomino, your boy Akari, Excellence 4, Daniel Boksarov, Vinayak Vasio, Thierry Headley, Ahmed Silla, Jen Stolson, Latfong Grigorov, Eduardo Ultro, Dave Sarkera, Devin Castro, Demand Edwards, Sebastian Ocampo.
Well, it's great. You can hear the excitement in the crowd here at the Belgian Grand Prix.
So here we go. Let's see what happens this race.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
So Van Horn back on form. He's here. He is first position. Teams are probably saving their engines for this Grand Prix, and I think this will provide some good racing. Here we go, Van Horn into turn 1. He continues to lead. We're also trying to just keep P2. That's going to be difficult when he's got a more powered Red Bull behind him. Now ahead of him, Palomino up at the second. Sorry, and there's your boy in 4th position right now. That's good for him, but Excellence 4 probably in the highest position ever for him, to be honest. Up in 5th in the Williams. Meanwhile, his teammate, Cosmano, down in 16th place. Boxar getting ahead of Akari. Nayak and 8th from Versio and Ahmed Silla. You got Fury Headley, just sold Grigorov Fog. Now look at that, that's the Red Bull of Versio down the inside there of Vinayak. Trying to minimize the damage that was caused there by his bad starting position. Versio moving up into 8th position. His next target will be Akari. And he just needs to do what he can, because he's got a good P3 at the moment for Ferrari. But Ferrari not performing well this season. Obviously one of the worst cars in the grid. Now your boy in the RB has got no time to waste. Him and Van Horn have got to pull out a Monza-like performance before events in the race screwed them up. They were in like that 1-2 with excellent teamwork. So let's see, can they recreate it here in Belgium? Well, we'll have to find out. So yeah, Van Horn clearly the quickest driver today, and he is flying away here on the start of the Belgian Grand Prix. Now as for driver rating, let's have a little look. I don't see any changes once again. Sad to say that. Since we've already finished 7th round, there should be at least a change by now, but there isn't. It seems like also using the DRS to try and pull himself towards Nicholas Palomino more. However, that failed. So now he's got to try and go for a move here down the inside of the Red Bull. There we go. The Red Bull looks to have covered him off, and yep, better traction on the exit for Palomino. And Palomino is now in second. Well, keeps in second place. He can pull away now. Now your boy's also getting a little bit of a challenge here, because he's going to have to try and break out of this train. He's done the opposite. He's now losing a whole lot of time now. Boxarov on the attack, I think here. BDS moving up into second place. Your boy holding 4th. XL44 down at 6th, which I've noticed now as well for the first time today. Van Horn leading by 2 seconds. However, that gap does not seem healthy. It is coming down, and it's coming down fast. Now we got XL44 up in the 4th position there in the Williams. Wow. Now it looks like your boy is slipping away in virtuals, and it's not virtual, it's a full safety car. Pausing up there because your boy is out of this race. He's got a lot of damage. Bogdasarov, where's he? He's there.
And here we've
And
got
yeah,
a yellow flag.
everyone going for the piss. Let's see what happens, because that's a big
Let's have a
incident,
look at the
that.
action. It's all at the final corner. Cutting it so close. The cars coming together right there. A bitter blow too for more than one driver from the pack.
So look at that. I feel Boxarov was completely at fault there. You can't tell me that was not Bogsarov's fault. And pit stop chaos coming in here. Yeah, safety car isn't even out on track yet. Bogsarov's got a 5-second time penalty. And that is for a cause collision. Van Horn runs wide into turn 9 on the safety car there.
Into turn 9. And they just can't keep on the track.
That's not good, but however, he is still leading. Now where are these guys coming out? And yeah, they're all coming out in their same positions. They all kept their positions because all that pit stop chaos slowed everyone down. Now yeah, it's sure it has mixed up the field, but as you can very clearly tell here, drivers who pitted later have got a tire advantage and they've even kept their positions plus gained some of the people behind. Plus everyone's bunched up and safety car is ending already. Here we go to another safety car restart where Van Horn is the one to choose whether people go away now or not. He can go anytime he's going now. He isn't going at the end of the final corner. He is going towards the final corner. That means he's going to have to hope for a good exit. A good exit he was granted. However, it is not good enough to last in the long term. So yeah, Palomino, he's going to be straight away on the attack of Taco Van Horn without a doubt. Can't convince me otherwise. And here we go after this XSK44, yeah. Trying to defend by hopping to the inside. He's going to take the other inside. Vinayak cutting the corner. Backing down there. Blade so can keep his P3 right now, which he'll be happy with. And Van Horn, he can extend his lead, which he's been doing a lot there. 2 seconds there in that one lap. In fact, that was the fastest lap of the race. Wow. Yeah, perfect opportunity now for Blade Drop Sonic and perfect opportunity for Vinayak as XL24 is right on the edge of DRS and he does not get DRS at the end of it. So perfect opportunity for Vinayak, as you said there. He's going to get ahead, I think. And no, he's just not bothering to make a move there. Lam Fong, where's he come out? Where's he come out from? Because he's now up in the 6th position fighting Akari. He's fighting this fight as well. The Alpine wanted to get ahead of him, 2 guys ahead of him. Vinayak trying to get ahead of XSK44 who stays ahead. So Palomino, he's in P2. Legend is still right behind him. However, they've completely left XSK out of their fight. He's completely left in the dust. In fact, he'll struggle to even see them now. Because it's just that far. You know, they're just that far ahead. He's that far behind. But here we go. DRS activated. Nicholas Palomino has a chance here. He's got an opportunity to get up into the lead this race. And he does get up into the lead. And there we go. Another opportunity there. That is for Blade Dragon Sonic. And Sandro Palomino still won't lead this race. I mean, lead the championship. So, yes. Palomino obviously in a good place right now, but not good enough in terms of the championship itself. Now, I can say Versio's probably going to make some more places up as the season goes on. Now, DRS active. Full Taco Van Horn, yellow flags are out. And there we go, I think Arvid still is involved in the incident. Olsen's unlocked in turn 18.
Here we are then at turn 17. The brakes couldn't cope, and they ended up their own passenger.
So there we go. There's Van Horn. He's back up in the first, so yeah, the RB managed to find its way there into P1 once again. Which I am surprised to see because it's pretty easy to make gaps in this track, to be honest. Now, Blade Johnson, he's falling back now because, of course, there's been DRS there activated, and that was for Nicholas Palomino. Of course, two, Palomino and Van Horn managed to pull away from Blade Sonic, and of course, just leaving him in his own race, I guess, because he's got a pretty big gap to XSK44, but also his own little gap to the top two, who are still fighting, which could, in reality, add him back into this fight. Palomino up into first position, and he also gets DRS there, so this is the perfect set of moves for Palomino, as now Van Horn is down into P2. We head here up the hill of Ferro's Radion on the Camel Straight. Van Horn and Blajasek both have acquired DRS now. Palomino's got a mechanical fault, don't know how serious it is, but nonetheless, we've got top 3 battle once again, and everyone else is starting to catch up. Versio up into 4th position now. He's making some good gains. Versio fast up this race, and Van Horn is through into first. He now leads the way. He's got past what he needs to the most, because Versio now right on the back of Palomino and Blade Sonic. Van Horn now free to just pull away to his car's content. Versio has actually worn out his tyres quite a bit there, as you can very clearly see. And there we are, Blade Sonic up into 2nd place now. The 2 Red Bulls will be left to probably swap, if anything. Van Horn currently looking to be in 2nd in this championship for RB. That looks like a pretty corner cut sort of maneuver there for Palomino. Yeah. See there, running wide, turn forward, which is actually just a corner cut. Yeah, he's back up into 2nd place. Versio still desperate to get ahead up into 2nd or something. Palomino's fault, though, is gone. That has been resolved. It was only a temporary issue by the looks of things. And here we go. It's another chance for Versio. He's going down the inside of Blade Sonic. He's going to take P3 nicely there. Excellent switch 4 also on the back of the Ferrari. And there we go. Up the hill, you will have DRS on this Camel Straight here. They're on lap 16 out of 44 at the Belgian Grand Prix. Now, perfect strategy there from Versio. He's just going to completely hold BDS. That's allowed Exo 34 to be right into this fight. The Williams has got a chance on the Ferrari. The Williams can't get ahead of the Ferrari, though. As here we go. Maniac now, he's got his own opportunity to get ahead of that Williams. Of course, 5th position is a lot to some teams. We know that for sure. As I go around the outside, Maniac currently in 6th. He is approaching 5th though at a very, very quick speed. Sorry about that. I am back now. And you see Van Horn, he's got a big lead. Has dropped as of recently. Lampard up into 4th position. No, I can expect pit stops coming soon. Like Versio, he's been making up a whole lot of time recently. You can see that he has made up time. And yeah, this is going to be the big threat of Taco Van Horn at the moment. Of course, he doesn't really want pressure. Think about the race he had last time out. That race in Silverstone, disastrous for the Dutchman. Like, absolutely disastrous. Legend outside coming to the pits. He's coming out in P4 there. Now, only just ahead of those like Medaya Palomino in the pits, and what has happened to him? He's lost a whole lot of places. More than I thought he would have. It was like something was wrong with the stop. Yeah, Crony Versio, 12 seconds off the lead in this race. So, for Van Horn, sorry, that's how Versio's tires really wear out in the distant future. So not the distant future, in the near future. I'm assuming that'll be a lot more preferable for Van Horn anyways. The distant future is not so good. There's 20% difference between them. However, that gap that is tumbling is not going to tumble as much when Van Horn's tires wear out. And there is Van Horn is in the pits. Sorry, I meant to say first. Yeah. Van Horn is in the pits. He comes out in P3 and he's not that far away from Legend Sonic. Thierry Henley sets fast lap of this race as well. There goes Sir Karen, mechanical fault for him. As Benayak is overtaking, gets ahead of Axel 24, many of people get ahead of him, as now he is into the pit lane on the soft tyres. The final 15 laps, he's coming out the pits in P10 there, and with DRS, Ultra can't get ahead, and the Williams is looking to be ahead of the Alpine very soon, that is in front of him. And there we go, he moves up into 8th position as Benayak leaves the pit lane. And straight away it looks like he might have had DRS there, possibly. Van Horn also in the back of the Sonic, however, with a mechanical fault.
We've had a crash. What happened there?
Yeah, what happened there actually? So Ultra involved in the fight there. I can see. Oh, hits the McLaren. Maybe for Ultra he turned in too late. Not good, Ultra. Not good. And yep, he's on penalised. 5-second penalty for him. Van Horn now 2nd place in this Grand Prix. Somehow staying ahead of BDS there on the DRS though. And he's pulled out a whole second. So now he is free to try and get ahead up into P1. Yeah, getting ahead of Versio is going to be difficult. Versio into the pit lane, so it's no longer difficult. Now Versio is on a fresh softs. We saw what he could do last time out with fresh tyres in Silverstone. Let's see, can he repeat history and do the same thing now here in Belgium? So you go, Van Horn under pressure from Legend Sonic, who goes up, takes the lead of the race there. Now we've got 10 laps to go after this one, so drivers are going to be on edge. Now it's a 14-second gap Versio has to make here. It's a big gap, but it's a one that is definitely possible to get rid of. Versio look up on turn 8.
Right, let's have a look here as we go into turn 8.
That's not going to help him at all.
Struggling with the car. By that,
Not only would Versio have lost time, he's also lost tyre. It looks like BDS ain't giving up this victory too quickly. However, Van Horn's picked up another big mechanical fault. And Ahmed Silla, he's out of this race now with 3 drivers out. And Jens Olsen spun on turn 8.
here we've got the Aston Martin. And then the car just goes. Oh, dearie me, you don't want...
Okay, wow. also was lucky not to have hit the wall there. He was extremely close. Says still in mechanical fault, but he's already out in this race. Now, as for Versio, he's now 17 seconds back. That lockup has completely killed his tyres off. His tyres no longer going to be working properly. Fong is somehow holding on to P4, but that won't last long. Just the 15 minutes of fame for Fong. Thing is, all this is just holding up, as you can very clearly see.
Yellow flag now.
Versio now Palomino's had a bit of a spin down turn 19 on the end of it. So anyways, there we go. You got 5 laps to go after this, and nothing I can really see happening. Versio now though, he is up into 4th position. Fong's trying to defend, but his side's not going to make it there. What's happened there? Excellent point for, oh, he's had a lockup. You can just see how the tyre life crumbled there. And that is why.
Now this was the 7th corner.
That was actually the 8th corner,
Oh,
not
and
the
the
7th.
car locks up. They took a gamble, and it was just too late.
Now, Excellence point forward, he's got away lucky there because he managed to rejoin the track pretty quickly. Fong, though, I can't see him lasting long. And yep, as Bexley comes in the pits, that's going to be soft there, I think. Yep, he is in P10 as well, so I'll be on for points at the moment. Now, Fong got a bit of a difficult thing here to do, which is to catch David Serrachiera. Now, as we've seen here, Versio not being able to put in his magical performance, that lockup has completely ruined this race. And it's really good for Van Horn. As there's a virtual safety car, Blaine Johnson gets out of this race! I don't know what's happened there.
There's been a crash. Let's
Turn
have a look as we
13.
go into the 13th corner. And there's the contact. And that won't do their confidence any good.
Big hit to the barrier as well there.
And you can
Damn.
just feel the frustration.
So, looking for some other drivers, that's only VSC. Van Horn though, he is on his way right now to win this race. Not only is he here on his way to win the race, he's here to possibly take P2 in the standings. In order to do that though, Palomino needs to drop one more position. But yeah, Ferrari on for a P2, a safe P2 as well. And it's all been chucked away from the spin that was caused by Blade Dragon Sonic. Spun at turn 13, went straight into the wall, and that was just the end of it. Ferrari have been very poor this season. Very, very poor. They've had their sparkle of hope. Their hope that possibly they can just put at least one good result before season end. But nope, it's been the opposite. Been quite the opposite. They found a way to bottle it. As there are now 2 laps left, virtual safety car is ending. We're going green. I don't know what's happened on the restart though for Van Horn. It's been an awful restart for him. He just lost so much time. Versio's just got a mechanical fault there. I think that was just a car there getting up into P10. Van Horn now leading though onto this last lap. Yeah, look at that, 5 seconds gain there for Palomino that lap. Now shooting the god awful restart. Now the fast lap changing many times, Fong has just took it there. Now as we head round P1, Van Horn's continuing to just maintain his 14-second lead. Also got a mechanical fault. All these tyres are wearing down. XL24 tyres down to 22%. They could just puncture at any time now. But for Van Horn, he doesn't have to worry about puncturing. Even if he gets punctured now, it's not going to affect him. Because here we go around the final corner. Taco Van Horn takes the victory in Belgium. A win that should have been his at Silverstone. He gets back here at Belgium. Nicholas Palomino is going to finish in second place from his
It's
teammate
open
Versio.
for RB.
Astounding. I don't think anyone would deny them their victory lap after a race like that.
So yeah, it's a good day for Red Bull in the office. Banayax didn't finish 4th in the end. This from Damian Castro. It looks like Axel 24 is going to get his personal best result here in that Williams, picking them home 8 points. Many of the drivers crossing the line. One looks like he might miss out on the points here, as Akari looking to finish off the top 10 here for McLaren. Don't know how Silver at 44 managed to get the end of them tyres. 20%, jeez. Then all the others crossing the line next. Ultra trying to get ahead of Olsen. I don't think he's going to get ahead of Aston Martin. The Aston Martin stays ahead of the Ferrari. It's a disaster for Ferrari once again.
Sometimes I think you just have to accept that it's not going to be your race.
Well, if you're Ferrari, then that statement is very, very true. However, that was getting a bit ridiculous with the amount of times that they've just had bad luck this season. Honestly, Ferrari definitely do not deserve the bad luck they've been getting. And it's really sad to see for the most famous team in Formula 1. The team that's gave the sport so much popularity and it's just not been going well for them this season at all. Of course, they know they've had bad seasons, but scenes like this are just truly awful. So yeah, Henley had the fast lap at the end of it. In the driver's standing, Dover still continues to lead. However, his gap's been slightly reduced. Palomino's in second by only 1 point to Tackman Horn. And as for other changes, Benayak gains 2 places, Moxar loses 2. Exodus 44 gains 2, Campbell loses 1, Castro goes up 3, Avatsilla drops 3, and Demedel drops 1. And now for the constructors, which can look a little bit different from the drivers, shall I say. Red Bull continue to lead, they expand their advantage from RB. Aston Martin are third, however they've lost quite a lot of points here to the Haas team, who are fourth now. They've got King Sauber, McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, Williams, and Alpine. So with that is this race finito. It's finished, everyone. And with that, that's also going to be the stream concluded. I know it was quicker than last time, but I'm just going to rest up now for the rest of the day. It's been a fun 2 hours, guys. For anyone who joined, thank you, and I can't wait to see you in the final part of Season 1. Actually, no, not the final part, because I'm going to get 2 separate streams done. Saturday, we should hopefully get 2 races done, and then Tuesday next week, we'll get the final 2. So yeah, have a good day, people. Goodbye.